Well, hello there, Libra. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for August. August is going to have 4 weeks in it. We're doing the full overview, of course. So it'll have 4 columns of cards and then 3 rows where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is. And of course, welcome to Washington. I'm in Washington now. I'm not in Oregon anymore. So we're into an Airbnb, which is super nice. And it's so good to be here. And I really hope that you'll all come out to the fair if you're in the Pacific Northwest. And we're ready to go with that. That's going to be super fun. I'll be starting that next week. So super fun. All right. So now then, let's talk about a couple of messages from my better angels. My better angels are telling us that this month in August, it's important for us to pay attention to our feelings, right? We want to express our feelings, feel those feelings. It doesn't mean we have to do it publicly, and it doesn't mean we have to do it with all of our people. We just need to, sometimes you'll find you have a couple of people you can trust and you can share your feelings with them, and that will be helpful. And other times it'll just be needing to go scream at the ocean or wherever you want to go and scream at things so that you can get that rage, the anger. Yes, we're doing the full rainbow of emotions. We're not just doing the happy ones or the sad ones. We're doing the anger, the rage, the fury, the there's other ones too, sadness, fear, things like that. We need to get it all out. Put it on paper if you want to. That's a nice safe place to put things if you want to get it out. Journaling, and then you can burn it if you're worried about your people finding it. But you can get it out of yourself and you won't have to carry it around anymore. And that's going to be really important. So if we feel those feelings, it won't fester inside our bodies and create dis-ease, okay? So pay attention to that. The other note I have for you from my better angels is that it's really important for us to be prepared. Yes, we're going to be Johnny on the spot this month. That means everybody's got to be carrying a little bit of extra stuff. It might be galoshes and a raincoat, or even an umbrella, or Band-Aids and Neosporin. You never know what you're going to need. Don't forget to get that little wrap thing for your ankle. Whatever's going on for you, wherever you're going, be prepared. You might be helping someone else, not just yourself, okay? So this is cool. Very much so about being like over prepared, right? A change of clothes, a sleeping bag, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know why, but we're putting it all in our car. So just be aware, wherever you are, whatever's going on for you, having that extra stuff is going to be helpful. All right? Thank you so much for being there and understanding those messages. And of course, let's go ahead, and I have new decks to share with you, so this is super fun, right? And because I'm in Washington, I had to go out and get a new candle. So let me share this new candle with you. His name is San Benito. He's pretty cool. He's going to be protecting us for this reading. So I want to go ahead, and he comes with a prayer on him, and I'm going to read that prayer to you, and then I'm going to light it, okay? So here's the prayer. Saint Benedict Abbot, I ask you to intercede before the Lord to keep bad people and neighbors from my life and my home. I want to live in harmony and serenity. Help me to be tolerant and compassionate. Grant my heart the strength and patience to forgive, protect my home and my family from all evil and danger. May your blessings and grace be with us always. Thank you for your protection and unconditional love. So there, that's a beautiful candle right there, don't you think? So we're going to go ahead and light it. It comes with glitter inside. So there's glitter inside. I love, love, love that. There's a little magic up in there. So I'm going to go ahead and light this candle. It's going to stay lit for the entirety of the reading for the month. And I would love for you to appreciate that too. So it's going to be right there. Very nice. I think you'll like it. Okay. So with that being said, we'll talk about the new decks. I have new decks for us. We're going to be checking these out, and let's see. So this deck here is the Tarot of the Abyss. It's really it's a black and white deck, so it's got really nice artwork, and I want to show it to you. We're going to get our guiding card for the month out of it. So all of these have been pre-programmed for you, Libra. So yes, indeed. Let us grab a card for you from this deck. Nope, it's that one right there. All right, so this card, we're going to revisit this card every week, all right? It is the message from your better angels, all about what's going on for the month for you, a guiding, fighting for your worth and value, Knight of Pentacles. We are fighting for your worth and value, making sure you're getting taken care of financially and that everything you're working towards is going to pay off for you, okay? So be aware of it. Pay attention to what your worth and value is and how you're being received at this time and all month long, okay? So stand up for yourself, all right? So we'll look at that one every week, and that'll be a good thing. So one more deck we're going to play with right away and get our mystery card. Okay, so this is the Witch's Tarot, and a lot of people talk about pentagrams and pentacles and whatnot like that, and I want to just have a little conversation with you about my belief system, my understanding about things. And yes, this is a pentagram. This is also a pentacle, which are random and or very particularly placed within the tarot deck. And you'll note that the point is facing upward, and all the cards underneath here are upward. So this is very good news. I appreciate that. That specifically states to me that this deck was written and made under the light. It carries light. It doesn't carry darkness. It is also, this is a moment for me to explain to you that I do accept and acknowledge that there is darkness in the world. It is just an area that I choose not to work in, okay? It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So it means that I'm very aware that there is darkness out there. And I just wanted to have this conversation so that if this deck had pentagrams that were shaped like this per se, with the point facing downward, it would definitely be thinking more about things on the dark side. And if you're interested in the dark side of things, that is totally cool. You do you. I am not here about that. So you may find me to be kind of vanilla, and that is perfectly all right. I kind of like vanilla because it can be any flavor it wants to be once you add nuts, chocolate, strawberries, whatever you want. It can be anything you want it to be. So the reality is I'm staying in the light. It is my method. It is my preference. It is what I do. It is how I was taught. And so that is what I share with you, is what I was taught. Okay? Now then, I'm going to use this deck particularly to get our mystery card. We're going to look at this at the end of the reading, and we will find for ourselves a message that will help clarify what's going on for the rest of the week. All right? What do we have for Libra for the 3rd through the 9th of August? Oh, it's the one right here. All right. So I'm going to put that down right there. Put these cards away over here. Now what's interesting is, I think that you'll like this. Watch this. So this card here is sitting right here, but look at the little wooden turtle is back, right? So the little wooden turtle was missing last month. So all last month he disappeared, and I didn't have him out on the table. But he came back and he said, "Give me a name." And I said, "What?" He says, "I need a name." And so I'm asking you for help. I would love for you to help me name the turtle, okay? This is a non-gender specific turtle. Nope, no gender specificity. There we go, fun words. But I do want you to put your idea for a name down in the comments below. We will, next month in September, in the description box, I'll list all the different name options and possibilities that come up throughout the month. And then we can vote on them throughout the month of September. And then in October, we'll announce the name. All right? Thank you so much for your help, because he's really cool. I like it. It's a good turtle. He hangs out with baby Einstein. And if you don't know what baby Einstein is, check out Einstein the Crystal Skull. You will find all kinds of information. This is a miniature version of Einstein the Crystal Skull, one of the big boys. So check that out. And of course, if that helps you name my little guy here, cool. I just wanted you to have that information. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. All right. So this here is, of course, the Tempest tarot deck. It's my favorite pirate deck, and it's super cool. So let's look at what's going on here. Of course, the 4 columns being for the 4 weeks, and the 3 rows being where we are, what's blocking us, and what our solution is, right? Okay, so we are doing the full overview for August, so that is why we have these 4 columns and 3 rows. And when we'll go through all of them first, then I'll set them aside, and then we'll go in depth on this first week, okay? So that's August 3rd through the 9th, okay? Cool. So let's see what we have here. All right. Well, Libra, we are celebrating. We're having a good party. We have the 3 of Cups, which shows that August 3rd through the 9th is going to be a celebration time for you. You're going to be having a good time. There's some success that is coming through for you. Something you've been working towards, something you've been pushing for. It could have been you got a new job, you got a new living situation, you got rid of a bad roommate. There's lots of opportunities here for you to have something to celebrate, and that is what we're doing, is we are celebrating your good time and your good news and your good opportunities because you earned it. So this particular week, you're going to be feeling the goodness that's going to keep on giving. So whether it's the lack of an employee that didn't work out very well and actually made more things frustrating, so that when they're gone, you actually are more aware of their being gone and your freedom from their frustration. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. So that's why there's a celebration. It's an ongoing celebration, all right? Where you're blocked is stepping up to be in charge of something new. So new responsibilities are not going to be put on your plate. If anything, things are feeling a little bit lighter for you. So this is good news. It isn't like you get rid of somebody and suddenly you have to take on all their work. This isn't that kind of situation. This is something else. So you are not getting new responsibility, new power, new things put on your plate. You can just relax a minute, it seems. Very nice. I like that. But you do have options and possibilities. Your solution is that you have options and possibilities. They haven't made any decisions about who's going to be in charge of whatever. So what you need to do right now is look at what's going on, what's out there, figure out what's going toward your dreams and goals. What do you want out of what's possible? And get rid of anything that's not, okay? Just wipe off anything that's not part of what you want or where you want to go. Now look at the ones that are expiring right away. It's like, oh, they need this right away, and I'm ready to do that right away. So I'm going to push towards doing those 2 things. So go ahead and get going with those 2 things, right? Do whatever is immediately necessary to get on with those projects, and put the other 3 in your back pocket. You can get back to those later, all right? So very cool. I like that. I love that you have options. That's so cool. Not everybody has options when it comes time for this sort of stuff, okay? Cool. Okay. Oh, this could be the new situation, like, oh, a whole new wing is opened up, and now there's lots of opportunity. You aren't immediately in charge of anything, so that's good news. Haha, love it. So next week over, the 10th through the 16th, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who is down to earth, easygoing, and of like mind. He thinks like you do. You and them are perfectly in sync. I mean, brother from another mother, right? And this doesn't have to be a man. It could be a woman with male energy. There are lots of people out there with all kinds of energies. You just kind of recognize them for who they are. And be aware that when you like correlate and converse with this person, you guys are pretty much finishing each other's sentences. You guys get one another, and everything is super, super cool, okay? Love that. Now then, this person is playing a part in your week, so let's see what's going on. Where you're blocked. Page of Pentacles, new information about ways to make more money is blocked. So yeah, not going to get what you need out of that situation. So be aware that they're not handing you information right now. And that doesn't mean it isn't there. It just means, like, we know it's there. They're not going to give you any more information about it. So that's interesting to note. But it looks like your focus might be somewhere else anyway. You got the Lover's card as your solution, so we want you to stay focused on your relationship at this time. So if this person here is your relationship person, you're having like a whole week of just really staying focused on your relationships. It could also speak to a business partnership situation. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Lovers never speak specifically to that. It could be a strong give and take within a business relationship that's going on here. So pay attention to how that works for you. You personally, you may or may not be in a relationship at this time, but if you are in a relationship, you might be having a really nice focus on your relationship situation, which is super cool because you're at a standstill work-wise, so why not enjoy your time off, right? It's good. I love this for you. This is really, really nice stuff. Well done. Now then, this card here is talking about, of course, the 17th through the 23rd. And now we're starting to get a little nervous, okay? There's a little bit of nervousness going on. We haven't got enough information. We're starting to feel maybe on the outs, maybe not fully informed, not being able to dig up. It's like all your resources are not telling you what you need to hear. So you're starting to go, okay, what's with the crickets? And I'm getting no information. No information is coming to me. So I'm going to remind you that you're supposed to be fighting for your worth and value. So you are definitely going to have to go dig around a little bit. You've taken a week off. That was cool. No information came then either. We're like, okay, cool. I'm just going to like let things settle. Now you're getting a little bit nervous, okay? Usually with the Two of Swords, it's always unfounded, so there's not really anything to worry about. It's just we get worried anyway, okay? Seven of Pentacles is here, showing that you're blocked from having like enough money to go and get spendy-wendy. So yeah, things are getting a little tight right now. You've had a couple of weeks to go, interesting, okay, cool. Maybe you're in a transition from one job to another and it's taken a couple of weeks to get going there, but you're not getting any information that's about when you start the new job. And you're like, financially feeling funny. I have a funny feeling. I don't know if I like how I feel. So you're feeling weird. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is showing up as your solution. Remembering situations from past relationships so that you don't make the same mistake in current relationships. And it may be that this has nothing to do with your job situation, but has everything to do with your partner's relationship, work situation. And now you're suddenly being asked to, step up and cover their bills and take care of their finances. And you're like, wait a minute, what happened to my last relationship when I did this sort of thing? How did it go? Did it go well? Did it go poorly? Did I ever get paid back? Is it ever about us being paid back? Is it like a thing? What is going on here? So there's questions, okay? Lots of questions here. You want to answer them by thinking about your past experiences and remember what happened. So act accordingly, all right? Now the final week of August, the 24th through the 30th, we have the Sun. The Sun is here, and it is always about learning new things, stepping into a new experience. I feel like there's a new beginning here for you. This is finally, it's like you had a couple of weeks off. You celebrated the end of a thing, and now you're finally starting a new thing, but you had 2 weeks off to get a little nervous. Haha. But the final week, you're finally stepping in. You're going to be getting reoriented, taught where everything is. Ask all those questions you need to ask and get ready to get ready, okay? Because you're going to be on point, okay? Well done. I know, it's a little touch and go there for a minute. You got a little nervous. All is well. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is telling me that you have, in fact, the opportunity to, you're blocked in this situation right now, so you're not really going to be able to win anyone over individually. You might have to talk to them as a group. So just be aware of that and keep your words somewhat general and inspiring, right? And then when you want to talk to them individually or specifically about whatever they're doing and how they're doing it, you'll want to do that kind of more on one-on-one. This is really speaking about needing to have a general, you're blocked from doing the one-on-one thing right now, okay? So just be aware that right now you're here, you're learning the ropes. If you're the big leader, you're going to need to talk to the troops in a blanket situation, and it's not time this week for you to go any further than that. Individually, you'll have to do things maybe in another week, but you can't do it right now, okay? So just talk to them generally. It's okay. You're blocked from a one-on-one conversation to win them over. The Empress is here, showing that you are indeed creating whatever it is you want. Tell the universe how you want it to go. Let the universe handle it, and it will come to you serendipitously. So whatever your big plan is at this new space where you're starting something new, just let the universe know. The universe will take care of the rest, okay? This is your opportunity, that your solution is to let the universe take care of it. Maybe the people will come to you individually who are having issues, and you'll get to talk to them individually. And that way, it's on their time and on their dime, because you get to go stand around and you've basically said, hey, if you guys have any issues, if you have any issues you want to discuss, please, my door is open. My door is always open. Ta-da! And then you might have to put a little sign-up sheet or something, but not a sign-up sheet, because that would be something that other people could see who else is going to go there and make their statements. So it should be anonymous, right? Have them pick a time and check it off on a box, and then put their name in a box, right? You know, that way they can stay anonymous. That's kind of cool. I like it. It's a sheet with times, right? And then they check off the time they want, and then they write it on a name on a piece of paper, what time they want and their name, and they fold it up and they put it in a locked box. Boop. So it's taken, and nobody wants to take it anymore. Nobody can take it anymore, but they also can't see who's coming before or who's coming after. Ooh, I'm fancy. I know things. All right, so cool. Awesome. Let's go ahead and save these cards off to one side, okay? And in other videos, we'll talk about these cards, okay? But let's see right now what's going on for the first week of August. We have the 3rd through the 9th right here. And this is the Magical Nordic Tarot. We have used this deck before. It's not new to us. And it has a couple of extra cards in it. So just be aware, the artist got excited about what was going on there, added some stuff. All right. So let's see what we have here. All right. So for this week, remember, we're celebrating. We're having a good time celebrating the win, which is the completion of a project, the release of somebody who was frustrating in our workspace. There's something ongoing about the celebration. It's not just a one-day, ta-da, it's a, hey, every day is a celebration kind of feeling, you know? And it could be that you completed a job. It really felt, as we went along throughout the overview, like there was a completion of a job or a situation where you were like, okay, I'm going to be on my own for a bit, and it's okay. You're actually enjoying some time off. Maybe you're getting up late. Maybe you're having coffee at like later in the morning than you thought. Okay, enjoy the celebration. Take good care to celebrate, because if you don't celebrate the wins, it gets weird, doesn't it? So, 8 of Cups. Yep, you're letting something go or somebody go, and it's really a win for you. When you release this person from your life, whether it's you letting somebody off your work service or your crew or your team, and you're releasing this person, they were really like a pebble in the shoe, and it made things very difficult. So also if you're leaving an actual job on your own, it isn't that it was a pebble in your shoe, it was that you yourself didn't feel like you were contributing as you wanted to and wanted to get the heck out of there. So presto changeo, you weren't appreciated for all that you bring to the table, and now you're free. So you no longer have that issue anymore. Ta-da! I'm not that person anymore. And the 8 of Swords, yeah, you're stuck in your power, not feeling like you're being heard and appreciated and understood. Even when you dressed it up with, like your boss, with a little bit of your boss on it, they weren't seeing it the way you wanted to. If you are still employed, you are going to want to let your boss know, hey, check it out. Here's my great idea. Ta-da! And you will want to put a little bit of them on it, and they will, of course, see it from a new perspective. And they'll see it as if it's their idea, and they'll get excited about it, okay? So be happy, be comfortable knowing that if you kept your job and you're working with a new team, this is what's going on. And if you are releasing yourself from a team, enjoy that too. All right. So this can cover many different concepts. This card here is talking about where you're blocked. Not going to be put in charge. You're not going to have new responsibility coming down the pike right away. Even if it's your idea, they're not necessarily going to put you in charge right away. It'll take them a minute to come up with a plan. Just be aware that it will come. If it's your idea, they will put you in charge eventually. It's just not yet, okay? So this week you're blocked from that. Work on creating paperwork that goes with what you want to do, and they'll be ready when they say, hey, what if? And you're like, yeah, I got it. Two of Cups is here, showing that your relationship is not necessarily the highlight of the moment at this time. Your partnerships are blocked right now as well. So you're kind of on your own. You're taking a moment to be on your own, to do what you got to do and take care of your business right now. Okay, so you're in that taking care of business mode, and you're blocked from getting hung up on things or even seeing it from a new perspective at this time. So you're very driven and you have a very specific idea about how you want it to go, and it's not going to go that way, but at the same time you're having a hard time seeing it any other way. So even as, like I said, they weren't immediately going to put you in charge. So we've discussed that. They're not going to put you in charge immediately, and we get that. We're like, okay, cool. But the fact is, you seeing it without you in charge isn't something you perceived. It isn't something you had on the docket. And so because of that, it's hard for you to accept that. You're like, what the heck you say? Right? And we want you to know that it's going to be all right. You're doing the right things. Everything is happening as it should. And there will be choices and options. Like, okay, so now then, do you want to be in charge of the whole thing? Do you want to be in charge of part of the thing? Do you want to be in charge of putting the paperwork together? Do you want to be in charge of just putting the paperwork together? Do you want to just train everybody on how to use the paperwork once you've created the system? Da-da-da-da-da-da. So you have options and possibilities. The question remains, what level do you want to be at? That's why they didn't put you in charge of the whole thing to begin with. It's because there's a lot of different levels. And you got to figure out where you want to go, how you want to get there. Do you want to be boots on the ground? Do you want to be helping other people? Or do you want to be just taking in the information and putting it in the computer and training everybody individually, blah, 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 like that? So there's opportunities for you to make some choices about how integral you are to the system, right? Cool. Yay. Now then, King of Swords. There's going to be some guy who's quite particular about how he likes things done. He's going to come up and he's going to say, hey, I know what to do, da-da-da-da-da-da. And he's going to have a theory about how your paperwork should go, and it's your idea. And you're like, interesting, fascinating. And maybe you can integrate some of his knowledge. Maybe he's like the big boss who's saying, yeah, this is something that we already have a system in place for creating new paperwork, for creating and instigating new things. And you don't have to rebuild the whole thing, the whole boat from the start. We're just going to swipe off the top deck and start up there, right? So everything else below is the infrastructure is in place. We don't have to do the whole thing. So I want you to listen to him. He is particular, but he has smart stuff to offer. And he will clarify this mess a little bit before you make a choice, okay? Don't make a choice until you talk to him. He knows stuff and he will help you, okay? And if you need to talk to IT, go to IT, okay? They know stuff too. Chariot, huzzah, perfect. Yeah, no, you're going to get moving on this whole project. Everything about this is about you getting yourself together. You make your choice. After you talk to him, you make a choice, and then you get moving on it. All right, you're going to go ahead and get moving on your project, and everything is going to start moving. So yes, this is good news. I mean, we go from your big idea to having it come out perfectly and getting help doing it. So you're not working alone. You'll have a little team of some sort, and it's going to be very nice. Okay? Cool. It may not be a team that sticks with you through the whole thing forever, but it'll be people who in a temporary way help you in certain areas until you kind of harness what you need to do. Okay? Cool. Very nice. I love this for you. let's get a Mystic Forest Oracle card. Remember these ones? We had them last month. Well, we were in Oregon. Dun, dun, dun. And now here we are. I like the trees, especially when I'm in the Pacific Northwest. What do we have for Libra for the 3rd through the 9th? That's the one right there. Okay. Set these aside. Okay, what's your card? You decide. Haha. When you give yourself freely, you expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or drain. Be genuine. Give from your heart. It's about this. It's about this. Yes, it's about you and how you give and how you decide what you're going to do. And yeah, we're definitely going to want to get paid for what we're doing here. But it starts from the beginning, from a beautiful, glowing, perfect egg of you giving from your heart, okay? So when you give from your heart, everything gets easier. Okay, love? This is so sweet. I love, love, love that for you. So you decide how it comes and how it goes. All right. Now then, let's talk about that mystery card over here. What is going on over here? Ooh, the High Priestess. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Your intuition is going to be on point and on fire. Trust your gut. Your gut knows. Even as you're celebrating the opportunities and the possibilities, you're getting ready to get ready, but you have to make decisions. And now those decisions can be driven by you deciding. Your decisions are driven by your gut, by your intuition, by your knowledge of what's going on, what you want to create and where you want to get to, and what feels right for you as a person. You may decide that you're going to be the person in the background that nobody ever sees, handling all the numbers, instead of the front man. If you don't feel comfortable being a front man, selling your point and selling your deal, don't. You don't have to, all right? So this is terrific. I love that you have an option. You have 2 cards telling me right away that it's about you and your feelings and your emotions and how you feel about it and what do you want to do, what do you want to bring to the table, and how you're going to handle that. Well done. All right. You need a pocket full of rocks. All right. What do we have for you, Libra? Ooh, excellent. We have serpentine, aventurine, and clear quartz. All right. So, serpentine is a 3rd chakra stone, and 3rd chakra is where we store emotions, feelings, and memories, as I was taught. And when we get that information coming in here and we put serpentine on top of it, serpentine is a very buttery stone. It's a healer, and it will take all of what's going on in your emotions and feelings and memories, and it will gently, very gently, with soft feathery fingers and stuff, it will take care of you, and it will nurture you, and it will love upon you as you heal those little parts of yourself that need healing right now, okay? So you can be very gentle with yourself, and I love that. Aventurine is a 4th chakra stone, so it's a heart stone, and it speaks very plainly to how you're healing your heart. You're healing some portion of yourself that has not been feeling the love, okay? So step up and step up for yourself and heal your heart. Heal the thing that is not working or not feeling appreciated. I think the 8 of Swords talks about you not feeling terribly appreciated, okay? So do be aware that as it comes, you are going to work towards taking care of yourself, okay? Now clarity comes, which is nice. I like clarity. It helps you decide and interpret what's going on with your gut, which is cool. Clear quartz, I will always have the point facing down, as if the hand was the body, you have the point facing down through your body, so that we bring in energy from the outside universe, which is super sweet. And now this stone actually covers all 12 chakras, and so therefore we want to bring in the light, we want to bring it down through ourselves, and it offers clarity in all areas. So mind, body, and soul, you are getting clear about what's going on. Okay, so carry some clear quartz and we'll help you be very clear about what's happening with your decisions. All right, very cool. All right, even as you're healing your heart or your memories and whatnot, you're going to actually have more clarity on what you're needing to work on. Okay, well done. Nice. Okay, so Libra, aha. You don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but if you do want to carry them, they're right here for you, and let me know how it goes. Leave me a comment below, and if you want to carry something else, let me know about that too, because then we can have a conversation about the rocks, okay? And one more time, let's talk about the turtle, because yes, we're going to name the turtle. The turtle is right here. He has lots of fun things going on. He's pretty sweet, and I would love to have him have a name. He wants a name. So we're going to ask you for your help in that little project. So yeah, if you have an idea for a name for him, we're going to go ahead and end up taking a vote next month. I'll list all the different names down there in the description box, and then you can vote on those in September, and then in October we'll make the announcement. Ta-da! The other thing about that description box is it's got a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, we have all the decks that I'm using can be found there, and that way you will be able to get them at Amazon or Etsy and have them in your hot little hands. You'll also see my schedule, where you can see where I'm traveling to and what fairs I'll be at, so you can come out to the fair and get a reading in person. I would love to see you and shake your hand and have a good time. That would be lovely. And if you can't make it out to the fair, I totally understand. Sometimes we need a reading when I'm not in town. I get that. So by all means, there's another link down there where you can book a private reading for over the phone. And during the week, I'm happy to do readings over the phone with you and help you get where you need to get to, okay? And I will certainly be sending you a picture of your own reading as I do them wherever I'm at, okay? Thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, well, it's time to do that. If you've come this far, it's time to hit the button. Do it. All right? I really appreciate the one and the all of you. Thank you much for being here. And we will see you next week when we'll talk about the 10th through the 16th. Thanks.